Imagine sailing across the Atlantic, only to stumble upon a ghost ship adrift, perfectly intact but utterly deserted. No signs of struggle, no trace of the crew, just eerie silence. What happened aboard the Mary Celeste remains one of the greatest maritime mysteries of all time, leaving us to wonder if the sea itself swallowed their secrets whole. Number 10. The start of the voyage. A crew set for adventure. In 1872, the Mary Celeste set sail from New York, destined for Genoa, Italy, with a cargo hold full of denatured alcohol. On board were Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife, Sarah, their 2-year-old daughter, and a crew of 7. Captain Briggs was a seasoned sailor, known for his meticulousness and caution. With a skilled crew and a trustworthy ship, the voyage seemed routine. Everyone on board was prepared for the journey across the Atlantic, eager to reach their European destination. Little did they know that their ship would soon become one of the greatest mysteries in maritime history. Just imagine the scene. The crew is ready, the ship is solid, and the ocean is calm. What could possibly go wrong? Number 9. The ill-fated discovery, an abandoned ghost ship. On December 5, 1872, the British brigantine Di Gratia stumbled upon the Mary Celeste, adrift in the Atlantic Ocean. The ship was eerily empty, her sails partially set, and her course haphazard. As the crew of the Di Gratia boarded the vessel, they found no signs of life. The Mary Celeste's cargo was largely intact, with enough provisions for 6 months. Even the crew's personal belongings were undisturbed. So what happened to everyone on board? Was it piracy? Mutiny? An outbreak of some deadly disease? The mystery deepened as they searched the ship and found nothing out of place, except for the absence of the crew. The eerie emptiness was as if the ship had been frozen in time, abandoned without a struggle. Number 8. Theories and speculations. Mutiny or pirate attack. Given the absence of the crew, the first theory suggested mutiny or a pirate attack. But here is the catch. The cargo was untouched, and there was no sign of violence. Pirates do not typically leave behind valuable goods, and mutineers usually leave some clue of their rebellion. Captain Briggs was a respected leader, making mutiny highly unlikely. Pirates, on the other hand, would not have left the ship so neat and orderly. So why abandon a perfectly seaworthy vessel with all its valuable cargo still on board? These theories left more questions than answers. It seemed like a grand mystery novel, except this was real, with real people who simply vanished into thin air. Number 7. Natural disasters. A waterspout or seaquake. Some theories veered toward natural phenomena. Could a waterspout have swept the crew overboard? A waterspout, a tornado over the water, could have caused enough panic for the crew to abandon ship. But again, the ship was left in good condition, showing no signs of weather damage. Others suggested a seaquake might have shifted the cargo, causing an explosion risk with the alcohol. This could have led to a hurried evacuation. However, the ship was still in solid shape when found. If nature was the culprit, it left behind very little evidence. And let us not forget the lifeboat, which was missing, indicating the crew did attempt to leave the ship. But why did they not return? Number 6. A medical emergency, poisoning or disease. Could the crew have fallen victim to a sudden illness or poisoning? One hypothesis posited that the crew could have consumed contaminated food or water, leading to mass hysteria or a medical emergency. Another theory suggested that the fumes from the alcohol cargo might have leaked, causing hallucinations or sickness, compelling the crew to abandon ship. Yet this too seemed improbable. There was no evidence of poisoning or contaminated food left behind. And if it were the alcohol fumes, why was there no damage to the cargo or any signs of hasty departure? These theories were intriguing but fell short of solving the enigma. Number 5. The logbook. Clues in the final entries. The ship's logbook was discovered aboard the Mary Celeste, and its final entry was dated November 25, 1872. It described nothing unusual, merely noting the ship's position. There were no distress signals, no ominous signs, just a routine update from a routine voyage. The logbook's lack of detail added a layer of frustration to the mystery. If only Captain Briggs had foreseen the puzzle his ship would become, perhaps he would have left a more descriptive record. Instead, the final entry read like the calm before a storm, ordinary and completely unhelpful. It was as if the sea had swallowed the crew's fate and locked it away, leaving behind a tantalizing void. Number 4. Supernatural explanations. Ghosts, aliens, and sea monsters. Where logic fails, the supernatural often finds fertile ground. Some people believe the Mary Celeste was the victim of otherworldly forces. Ghosts, aliens, sea monsters. Take your pick. Was the ship cursed? Was it attacked by a kraken? Or did extraterrestrial beings decide to abduct the crew for some cosmic experiment? The supernatural theories add a dash of thrill to the story but lack any substantial evidence. Yet these explanations have persisted over the years, transforming the Mary Celeste into a legend. Sometimes, the lack of evidence itself becomes the most compelling evidence for those who wish to believe in the fantastic. It is almost comforting to think that the mystery is beyond our mundane understanding. Number 3. The lifeboat. A clue to a desperate escape. One crucial clue was the missing lifeboat. It suggested that the crew had abandoned ship willingly. But why? Was it due to an immediate threat? If they abandoned the Mary Celeste, expecting to return, they would not have taken all their belongings. Yet the crew's personal effects were untouched. This implies they might have left in haste, expecting a temporary evacuation. Could they have been struck by an unrecorded catastrophe, such as a fire or an explosion? The presence of the lifeboat as a missing piece paints a picture of a crew that took its chances on the open sea, but why they did so remains maddeningly elusive. Number 2. The final fate. Lost at sea or saved. What happened to the crew after they abandoned the Mary Celeste? Some believe they perished at sea, their lifeboat succumbing to the harsh Atlantic. Others speculate they might have been rescued by another ship and lost in the annals of history. Without survivors or definitive evidence, their final fate is shrouded in uncertainty. The Atlantic is vast and unforgiving, and once you leave the safety of a ship, survival becomes a game of chance. It is plausible they made a last desperate decision to leave the Mary Celeste, only to find themselves at the mercy of the ocean. It is a grim possibility, but the most plausible one in this sea of mysteries. Number 1. The legacy of the Mary Celeste. A timeless enigma. The story of the Mary Celeste continues to baffle historians, sailors, and enthusiasts alike. Its legacy is one of endless speculation, with each theory more outlandish or tragic than the last. Despite countless investigations, the fate of her crew remains unsolved. The Mary Celeste drifts through history as a symbol of the unknown, a reminder that the sea holds secrets it refuses to give up. It has inspired books, movies, and ghost stories, cementing its place as the ultimate maritime mystery. Perhaps that is fitting. Some mysteries are meant to remain unsolved, allowing our imaginations to roam free, just like the Mary Celeste, adrift on the open sea. That's all for today's video. If this mystery gave you chills, just wait until you hear the next one. Hit like and subscribe, or the ghost crew of the Mary Celeste might just come looking for you.